I'd like to thank everyone for coming out today. My name is Roman Rodriguez. I'm the Community Services Specialist here in the city of Temple City. And thank you for coming out as we honor a great man, Mr. Louis Paletta today. But before we start the ceremony, let's have everybody stand so we could do the Pledge of Allegiance. Right hand over your heart. Ready? Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. Today we're here to honor Mr. Louis Paletta. As you could see on our theme on our tables, the theme this year was Never Too Old to Play, which Mr. Paletta clearly demonstrates. So here in the Department of Parks and Recreation, we like to have fun. It's kind of our job. It's what we do. So I'd like to everyone around the table to grab a noisemaker. Come on. And since this is a recreation department and we like to make noise, on the count of three, we're going to make noise. 2, 3. We are definitely proving that you are never too old to play. At this time, we're going to have a couple of, we do have a couple of icebreakers. Because our honoree was born in 1927, we had put some fun facts out on the table for you to go discuss. It's kind of interesting what you could buy for a $7,000 house for. I mean, a 7-bedroom house for. But as we go along, you'll go ahead and you could go through those yourself. Also, at the conclusion of the ceremony, we have Mr. Louis Paletta's favorite Italian restaurant, Alexi Peppos. They're coming in and they're gonna, we'll have lunch right after the conclusion of the presentation. At this time, I'd like to call up Mayor Tom Chavez for the presentation of certificates. And we do have Jacqueline Wu here today to present Senator Carol Luz. So at this time, I'd like to turn it over to Mayor Tom Chavez.
Well, first of all, I want to thank you, Roman, for elevating me back to mayor since I'm no longer mayor, but that's okay. Some habits are hard to break, though. That's all right.
Always be mayor.
Well, like the president, they still call him president, right? So, you know, it's like, thank you very much, Roman, for doing this great job. Our Parks and Recreation Department does an awesome job in doing these type of events, and we do call them the fun department. So they're certainly living up to that. Louis, look at you, boy! I'll tell you. I don't know. That's not fair to call you older American of the Year. You're younger than most of us in this room, I think, as far as how you act. But what an appropriate weekend to celebrate Louis' accomplishments here. Memorial Day, where we celebrate our veterans and those who serve in the armed forces, and of course Louis got his uniform on. And you know, the amazing thing is not that he wears his uniform, that he still fits in it. That is amazing, right? Well, I'll tell you, we should all be so lucky when we get to that, and as we get older. I don't want to say that we get to that age, so. But, you know, the City Council always gets the task of selecting the Older American of the Year. And this year, you know, we had the nominations, and no disrespect to the other nominees, of course, they were all very deserving. But when I saw Louis' name there and I saw what Maggie had written, there was really no hesitation. So deserving. I think you'll all agree that probably a long time coming. But an award not just for what he does now, but what he's done throughout his life, of course. And as we can see from the photos over there, you know, you can always tell when it's people are a little older because there's black and white photos over there. It's like, you know, people see them, oh, what are those? Those are nice. It's nice to see that they're still, you can still look at them and see them. So anyway, I know everybody's getting hungry, so I won't be too long. Jackie, you want to come up and do yours? Or who wants to do? Teresa first? Come on up. Okay, from Madam Schiff's office. Teresa, you want to go?
Thank you. Well, good afternoon. And Mr. Paletta, it's very nice to meet you and to learn about your accomplishments. And on behalf of Congressman Adam Schiff, I'd like to say thank you for your service to the community, Temple City specifically, but the surrounding areas, and also for your service to the country. I do have a certificate if you'd like to come forward and accept this. And the certificate reads, Certificate of Special Congressional Recognition, presented to Louis Paletta, or Louis Paletta, Louis, I believe, with congratulations upon receiving the Older American Award from the City of Temple City and in recognition of outstanding and invaluable service to the community. And that's from Congressman Adam Schiff. Thank you so much.
Stay up here. Come on up, Jack.
I'm a little shorter.
Not much taller.
We've got something in common. Our age and how tall we are.
What was the name of that song? The shrimp boats are coming.
We make a new music video. But on behalf of the California State Senate, I'm really pleased to be here to give you this certificate for Senator Carol Liu. I had a chance to look at some of your photos, and you've had very interesting vacations. You jumped out of your car to take a picture of a sign that said Louis this way. And I'm just so pleased to be in a room where there's so much love for you. Thank you for your service to the community for over 20 years and to the country, really. And this is a very fitting weekend to have this ceremony. But I can't beat Council Member Chavez's speech. But thank you so much.
Okay. Well, we have a couple more certificates for Louis. We've got, unfortunately, representatives from Michael Antonovich's office and Anthony Assemblyman Portantino could not be here today. I know there were a lot of events going around the Southland, and they're spread pretty thin on a holiday weekend, but they were kind enough to send some commendations. First of all, we have a commendation from the County of Los Angeles in recognition of dedicated service to the affairs of the community and for the civic pride demonstrated by numerous contributions for the benefit of all the citizens of Los Angeles County. This is signed by Michael Antonovich, Supervisor for the 5th District. So, congratulations. There you go. Right here. There you go.
I'll need a sack for your smaller stuff.
Okay, and we've got one more from Anthony Portantino's office from the California Legislature. Certificate of recognition on behalf of the California State Assembly. I'm pleased to recognize your many years of service to our community, which has benefited greatly from your generous contributions of time, effort, and talent. The countless lives you have touched through your dedicated volunteerism is worthy of the highest recommendation. Thank you for all that you have accomplished and for demonstrating that you are never too old to play. And on behalf of Anthony Portantino, let's give it up for Louis Paletta. the best for last. Almost the best for last. A couple of weeks ago, actually, Louis was at our council meeting. We presented him with a nice proclamation and another paper proclamation, but which are very nice, of course, and hopefully he'll frame those. But the Parks and Recreation Department was kind enough to get this plaque made up, and it reads, "The City of Temple City recognizes Mr. Louis Paletta as the 2012 Temple City Outstanding Older American," and it's dated Saturday, May 26th. So, congratulations. Oh, actually, sorry about that.
Make me look skinny.
All right, Roman, you get it.
Roman, get in there.
Get in here, Roman.
All right.
Good. Thank you, deal. And I think Roman's got one more presentation to make.
Now, behind every great man, there is a great woman. So on behalf of the Department of Recreation, we'd like to present you with these flowers.
If only I could fit into my wedding dress.
Hold your plaque there, Louis. Smile, Louis. Good.
There we go.
Good.
Thank you.
Now, you know it's family when they yell things at you when you're taking pictures. That means they love you. But at this time, Mr. Paletta, if you would have any words you'd like to say?
All I'm going to say is this: if you have a chance, be a volunteer. So, God bless my family, God bless our friends, God bless America, and God bless Temple City.
Right before we conclude, we did have one more person in the audience if they'd like to come up and say a few words. She did her Mr. Paletta's entrance for the Older American of the Year. So Miss Maggie Harris, I know we're putting you on the spot, but if you'd please come up and not make us cry.
I wrote this letter because I basically grew up with Louis. He's at this point now my second father. And he's never home because he's always out doing something. He works at City of Hope. He volunteers at City of Hope. He takes his grandchildren to the library. He worked with the soccer thingy when it was here. Sorry, I'm not very literate there. And then the other night when we were at this city council meeting on the way home, Louis told me that he worked very, very closely with my father, who was his neighbor, to incorporate the city of Temple City, which I did not know. I know my dad did, but I didn't know Louis had done so. And he was telling me that they went out and pounded the pavement for, what, months? to get the city incorporated. So he was very instrumental in that too, which did not really surprise me. But he's always been very, very, very involved in youth organizations and with children, period. His grandchildren, his own children, not so much his neighbors' kids, but we were cheerleaders. It was more softball, so that's why. But he's really a doll. I love him dearly, and I do think of him as my second father. And he looks after me and my mom, and I appreciate it, and I love him dearly. Thank you, Louis.
Thank you, Maggie, for coming up. At this time, that will conclude our awards presentation. On behalf of the City of Temple City, City Council, Parks and Recreation, we thank you, Mr. Paletta, for all your service that you've done to our community and the surrounding communities. At this time, we'll go ahead and we're going to go ahead and have some lunch. So make yourself feel at home. Also, Layla's been very instrumental in putting this together. If you get a chance, say hi to Layla. She's worked very hard on putting this together.
Let this table go first.
And we're going to start off with the head table. Make yourself at home if there's anything you need. My name is Roman Rodriguez. I'm your Community Services Specialist. Have a nice day. Thank you.
I was trying to make this stand up. I just felt like
No nicer witch than you.
trade. Bachelor's science. So he's got yes.
They got cupcakes around. I take lousy pictures.
No, you don't.
Go ahead, Louis.
Go ahead, give it up. All right.
He's standing.
Okay, we'll take care of it from there.